Welcome to the Postgame podcast. Jerry had to leave for his trip with Rutgers, so I have the Eddie Scazzeri. Good morning, Eddie.
Hello, podcast people and YouTube people.
Oh yeah, I met a guy who's crazy about the YouTube.
Really?
Didn't even know we had this available. Like that, the warm up show was a thing. Just knows the show from YouTube. He came out to that bookstore.
Was he someone who was an FAN YouTube page person?
I'm not sure.
Found it that way?
We didn't get that deep into it. He was just very excited and was surprised to hear why you have another show from 5 to 6.
Oh, okay.
That's not on YouTube. And I got actually a couple of really interesting questions for you today.
Okay.
I told people stop with the drop questions, Eddie retirement questions. Give me some interesting things. I think I got a couple of pretty good ones here.
Alrighty.
His comes from Isles Mets Jets fan.
Okay.
Isles Mets Jets fan. Eddie's been at WFAN for forever. Who was the number one person that there were talks of them coming to WFAN that didn't work out, that would have surprised most of us?
Well, I guess it would be surrounding the replacements of Chris, Mad Dog Russo, and then Craig. And
More so than replacing Imus.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we did have a few. I remember Geraldo Rivera
Oh, yeah.
actually did shows, like trial shows. And I think Boomer did a show with Monica Crowley.
Yes.
There was another, I'm blanking.
Didn't John McEnroe do a show? Or his brother?
Patrick.
Patrick
But
McEnroe?
Patrick had been he used to do sports for Imus occasionally. And I think I don't know if I've said it in this space before, but Steve Summers, when he walked in one day when Steve was doing the midday and Patrick was there doing sports, he thought Patrick McEnroe was an intern.
Is he a young looking guy?
He is younger. And that back then, this is, 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago, maybe even 30 years ago. So, yeah, but had no idea who it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I forget her name. There was another conservative talk blonde woman. I forget. I'm blanking on her. Laura Ingraham.
Yes.
That was a rumor for a while. I'm trying to think of some of the bigger names that were possibly rumored to be with Mike. I think Max Kellerman, I believe, was one.
Bill Simmons was thrown around.
And then Chris Sims was a big possibility. I remember when Craig left. I think that was talked about a bit.
Oh, to
replace Craig.
Oh, right.
That was a talk for a while. But nothing. No one really like huge or that would shock people.
Yeah, there weren't some big name that.
Yeah, because if they're a huge name, there would most likely have been some trouble in their past if they're looking to do radio.
Oh, yeah. Radio was always like, if you were a
Yeah.
big name from somewhere else, you had
Mhm.
done something wrong where you had to be rehabbed by going to radio.
Correct. So yeah, that wasn't happening.
Then he's got a second part to his question, which is also, I think, a great question. He says, what was the craziest day at WFAN? Could you rank the following? Mad Dog leaving, Craig getting arrested, Imus being fired. So
Okay.
craziest one of those three.
Well, I'm going to put a different one on top of that, which would be 9/11. That
was the craziest day here.
Yeah, and just in our lives, maybe even.
Yeah.
Then I would put Imus after because, and then Craig.
But the one thing that I think of with the Imus thing versus the, Craig getting arrested that morning shocked everybody.
Mhm.
I feel like the Imus thing was like they made Imus go on the apology tour. And it was like by that point, would it really have been shocking for him to be fired? I guess it was. Like,
Yeah, it was.
did everyone
for
think
sure.
that the apology tour would work? It'd blow over, and
Yeah, we
then
did.
Yeah.
That was. I remember just being sort of stunned. I was actually on the phone with Boomer when because it was during the radiothon.
Which is crazy that they fired him during his
Correct.
radiothon for cancer children.
Yeah, and he wasn't allowed to do the Friday show. It was just the rest of the crew, and Deirdre, did the Friday show. Um, yeah, that was insane. I would have to would I put Craig just for no, it was I would still put Imus first, but it's close. And then the Mad Dog thing, I wouldn't, I wouldn't put it with those other 3, with 9/11, Imus, being fired, and then Craig getting arrested.
Now, I wasn't here for long when Mike and the Mad Dog split,
Mhm,
but I remember the feeling in the building was Mike was leaving. Like, that's what
mhm.
in my part of the building, like, it was that Mike was leaving, and I was worried just about the radio station. I was like, "Damn, I finally got to a stable radio station,
Right.
and now the guys that have been here forever are splitting up," and
Mhm,
I remember I was thinking in my head, "If Dog stays, we'll be okay," 'cause I just thought dynamic wise on the air, that Dog
mhm.
had more energy, and I just thought and to think that they really didn't skip a beat
There we
ratings
didn't.
wise,
No.
that when Mike was by himself is
Right.
crazy.
And then Dog, I mean, for all intents and purposes, disappeared,
Yes.
until his sort of rebirth with First Take and Stephen A.
Yes, which was a huge rebirth for
Yeah,
him.
huge.
Here's one from a Robinson Royal checking in, Eddie.
Alrighty.
For Eddie, when he began his career, what were his career goals?
Okay. Well, I really didn't know. I was sort of floundering around at Stony Brook, State University, New York, Stony Brook. I eventually decided after I think 2.5 years on an economics degree, just because it was something achievable for me. I wasn't going to be good. I mean, I know a lot about science and things, but like to really do hard science to
Mhm.
understand, differential calculus and all that stuff. That's not me. I mean, I actually, math is not my strong suit, believe it or not. Um, so I really couldn't do any of the hard sciences, which was what Stony Brook was known for back then, engineering and physics and all that. So I knew I had to pick a degree, so I picked economics, and it was a BA, not a BS in economics. And when the radio station started in '87, of course, listened all the time because it was off the Mets '86 championship. Huge Met fan, would listen nonstop. And then my fiance, was she? No, she wasn't even my fiance yet. Said, "Well, you listen so damn much. Why don't you try for an internship?" So I did for the summer of '89. Didn't get it because I knew nothing about radio, just how to turn one on, basically. And I did an interview for the summer '89 internship, failed that. But then I hung around my college radio station for the rest of that spring semester of '89.
For the purpose of seeing what it's like to be at a radio station?
Yes, and to just pick up enough, to at least kind of BS my way through an interview a little bit. And that worked. And I got an internship in the fall of '89, which was my last semester because I took an extra semester to graduate. And then was really, it was like heaven, being here and having a great time. And then at the end of the internship, mid December, Christmas holidays are coming up. And I guess I sort of impressed people enough to where I was offered some shifts over the holidays, and it kind of went from there. And my dad's like, what are you doing with this thing here? Because I told him really it's not much money and all, but I stuck it out, and I that was in so that was Christmas time of '89, and I got married in March of '91 and got hired full time to be the overnight Steve Summers producer in, I think, right after Thanksgiving of '91.
So you got married before you had a full-time job?
Yeah,
Wow. That
yeah,
always is crazy to me.
yeah, and we got engaged in the summer of '89. So, it was, yeah, because we had been together since high school, so I didn't, that wasn't even like I didn't even think like, oh, I don't have a full time job. It didn't matter to me, and yeah, so I really I knew kind of early on that being on air was not going to be my thing, but I really honestly had no long term goals. I didn't really know what it was. I was thrilled to get a full time job and benefits and all that stuff. So, but after that, I didn't really have set goals, to be the producer of this or the producer of that or anything. I never really did. Um, and when Boomer and Carton started, and I knew that the original guy who ran the board, Lou Rufino from the Imus show, I knew once Imus came back, and there were, rumors in the summer, that summer of '07, that he was going to come back with, on the air somewhere. I knew Lou was going to go with him. So I thought that I was doing Mike and the Mad Dog board op at that time. And I knew there was a, lifestyle wise, that the um, show, that the morning shift would be better for me than that, because that, as crazy as our hours are, the commute is wonderful, and
Yes.
it's that 11 to 7 from Edison to Astoria. Oh my god! Because we did drive, because we had a parking lot, because public transportation would take almost as
Oh,
long.
yeah, you'd have to
Yeah,
drive to the train station,
I'd have to
train,
take the ferry, the trains. Oh
yeah,
my god!
and then
So
subways to Queens.
disaster.
Yeah.
And at that time, Craig wasn't, I guess, in an established enough position to say no to Chernoff. If and Chernoff thought I would be good for the show. I thought I would be good for the show. And as it turned out, I was, but I don't know if Craig had his choice and just want I don't know if I would have been that guy, but at the time Mark wanted to put me in there, and even though I was old school FAN, and perhaps I was still working for Mike on that Sunday NFL show for many years, and even to when I think we were here still. It wasn't until like
Yeah.
14 or 15 when I stopped doing that, I think. Um, and I could understand Craig saying, like, who is this guy loyal to? So I totally understood that. Remember the Craig with the circle of trust. I
Yes.
was outside the circle of trust
Oh,
on the
that
diary.
reminds me. Oh my god, I've been trying to think to Craig, because when Craig got this job back,
Mhm.
the current afternoon show, there was a woman who was an on-air person who worked at 101.5
Okay.
when Craig was there. And when she had got word that Craig was coming back for a third time, she went on this. It just came across my Facebook page. I'm not even friends with her.
Mhm.
She wrote this horrible thing about Craig.
Really?
And I was telling you within the past 3 weeks, I was trying to explain to Craig what this woman wrote. I go, she was talking about something very seriously that I know you did as a goof at FAN.
Mhm.
And I think it was the circle of trust thing, which I think I remember it being just a goofy
Of course, yeah.
thing where he made a circle of trust and put different people
Yeah.
where they were in the thing. So this woman took that very seriously
R
at the
r
other radio station.
Well, of course, there was a little bit of truth in it,
Yeah,
but it was mainly a goof.
I would think so. Yeah.
But, yeah, I could see how some people could interpret that, seriously, for sure. Yeah.
Circle of trust.
Yeah. The circle, so she's still cheesed off about the circle of
Still
trust.
cheesed off about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. So then, you know what I always thought interesting? It's very difficult in radio to stay in one place for a long time, one
Mhm.
radio station. You've been here since 1989.
Mhm.
The difficult thing is getting bumps in pay.
Yes.
It's very difficult when you have no leverage.
Right.
And the only leverage you really get in this business is if somebody else is offering you a job when you have a job.
Right.
The only the only leverage. So I just wondered how you were able to get bumps in pay, because you did start off very low, of course.
Like, I think 23?
Yeah, not that you're making a ton of money on the way out the door, but you certainly have
I've more or less tripled that.
Yeah. How do you do that when what's their incentive to bump you up?
They don't have any,
But so how
really.
do you think you
Well,
moved
I got
along?
because I did a good job. I was a good soldier, good employee.
So did they look at like, okay, you were board opping this to be the producer, you get this much money?
Right, there
They
was a
looked at
little
things
bit of a
different.
bump.
And did they look at things like, oh, Mike and the Mad Dog board op is more important than
Mhm.
midday board op?
Right.
Did they?
Well, I mean, I went from overnight board up to midday board up to midday producer to Mike and the Mad Dog board up to morning board
And
up.
did they bump you each way or no?
No, no, I forget. I don't remember exactly. I know for many years I was basically my salary was my age. Swear to God. And that was because we used to get for most years, we used to get an annual increase
Like a
of,
cost of
like,
living?
2% or
Yeah.
whatever it
2 or
was.
3%.
And I remember Turnoff used to come around with a little Post-it note, "I got you this much." So, I got a bump of $5,000, which was my largest bump ever, when Eric Spitz left to go to was it the
NBA?
no, no, he went
Oh,
to Met
Westwood or
Metro Network
Metro
Shadow,
Networks? Yes.
and then he came back and did the CBS Sports Network. But when he left, they sort of divvied his responsibilities uh, to myself, Dove Kramer, and Mark's assistant, Vicky. And so we all got a slight bump. We all had slightly more to do. And when I took over the scheduling, and I think it was, oh gosh, I want to say I did it for 17 years. So I forget what that math is. Like 2003 or four, I started doing the scheduling. And when I did that, I'm sorry, I did get another bump when I did that because that was earlier on. I did that was a $7,500 when I started doing the scheduling and back in the early 2000s, and I did that until 18 or 19. And the other 5,000 was later on. I forget what else I did. At this point. But that scheduling job is not a quite a 8-hour job, but it's a big job.
Absolutely.
And I was married to the board for whatever show I was doing for, that many hours a day. So, and scheduling is like, if somebody gets sick, somebody's grandmother dies, somebody's having a baby, other
And you were
emergencies.
scheduling board ops, producers, update people.
Yes, and tape operators
Oh, tape
when we
operators.
had
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I was doing all that. And that is a 24/7, 365 job.
For
Uh,
$7,500.
Yeah, which and so
Wild.
I probably had a little more, um, leverage than I ever thought I did. Not a ton, of course, but, I probably could have asked for a raise and they probably would have given it to me, but I never did,
Yeah.
like an idiot, but that's on me. So yeah,
Did
but
they give us a bump after Craig left the first time when Craig left
mhm,
Boomer and Carton and we did well? Like the radio station did
I
well. I
like,
feel like they rewarded us with a bump,
I don't remember.
but that also may have been the time when, in lieu of you getting a bump, you stopped doing the schedule.
Oh,
And
right.
then they were like, we're not giving you a bump.
Right. Oh, yeah, when I stopped doing the schedule, because my both of my parents were not doing great, and I, was doing a lot more helping out my sister with the care for the parents and all that, and so I kinda and actually, I remember this, I was going to beg off doing the scheduling, uh, right after Labor Day of 2017, but Craig got arrested, so I couldn't really dump that on Chernoff at that point.
Yeah.
He
So
had
that's
enough.
when it happened then.
Uh-huh.
We got a little bit of a bump as an appreciation for
Mhm.
keeping the morning show
Right, that must have
going.
been in the following spring
Yeah.
because that's when I said, "I can't do this anymore."
Yeah.
And so they said they're not gonna cut me. How nice. That was so sweet of them. And by the way,
Unbelievable.
I was also doing the internship program, which
Yes.
was a huge employee feeder program for us
Yeah.
for 2 decades.
And you did a very serious job with it. You
Yeah.
brought so many people in for
Yeah,
interviews,
I
which
was
again took all the
which
time in the
and
world.
you saw a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was there were certain lulls, but not a lot. I would do
Damn.
you collect the resumes, you schedule the interviews and all that, and then, and then making the schedule, so that was another schedule I
Yeah.
was doing. That was, yeah. So maybe I did have more leverage than I thought, but I never did.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's very tough when you're working in a place to get a bump in pay unless they're giving you more responsibilities. It's
correct.
just very tough.
Right. Yeah, just a nice reward for longevity and a job well done and
Yeah.
all that. No, that
Like
doesn't.
you have to
Mhm.
have another offer,
And I
unfortunately.
never really wanted to leave or
Yeah.
seek really. I think I had one. I know. I know. I only had one serious other uh, consideration where I actually went on an interview. I forget when exactly, but uh, I never really wanted to leave. So I'm again hurting my own positioning. So yeah, no real goals to answer that guy's question. To circle back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here I am.
Yeah. Still here after still
Hmm.
crazy after all these
And getting to
years.
leave instead of being asked to leave.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Although if I hadn't told them I was leaving, I might have been out the door at the end of the year. But
No.
mm,
I don't think any changes would be made while Boomer's still here.
okay,
That's my thought.
all right.
I think they just this is what Boomer we're doing well. This is what Boomer likes. We're not doing anything.
Well,
I think once Boomer decides to leave,
all bets are off.
then changes can be made. Now
Although we did lose 2 positions from the morning crew during Broom's tenure.
that was a bad job by him.
Yeah, and one of them was his breakfast coordinator and car mover.
Right. Breakfast coordinator / car mover got
Right,
moved, right?
and then the guy was doing the sports minutes with him.
Yeah.
So
Good point.
maybe not.
Good point. Hmm. All right. All right, Eddie, let's do the warm-up show.
Huh.
We'll be back here tomorrow,
But
you
there
and
was
I.
only 2 questions.
I got other
Oh,
questions.
okay.
Perfect, because I
All
have
right, excellent.
other good ones for tomorrow.
All right. Sorry we went off on a tangent
But
there.
people love the FAN
They do.
history stories, so this will
Mhm.
be solid.
Mhm.
So okay, so the warm-up I did do with Jerry.
You did, and tomorrow you'll do it with CeeLo.
CeeLo.
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm gonna run that
And
CeeLo
who
right
is
over.
our, guest
I'm not
host
sure who's guest hosting.
tomorrow?
I don't have that confirmed yet.
Oh, I
I
thought
heard
it
Willie
was.
Colon may be, but I don't know if
Okay.
that's confirmed.
All right.
The other guy who was going to do it was told by his current boss he was not going to do it.
Oh, that's out.
Yeah, that's out.
Oh, so we really don't know.
No, my guess is it's going to be Willie Colon, but I'm
Okay.
not 100% sure.
All right.
And Jerry will be doing no, Jerry will not be doing updates.
No.
CeeLo will be doing updates.
When will we know about
I'm not
that?
sure.
Okay.
I asked Gio on the way out the door just a mere 30 minutes ago, and he still wasn't 100%.
Because if it is Willie, I
Hey,
know
Willie.
Willie's going to be in Thursday and Friday when you're not here with Jerry.
Yes.
So, but if he's here tomorrow, I am going to wear a special shirt, sort of related to Willie.
Okay, so
Uh,
if I hear, I will
Yeah,
text
let me
you.
know because I'll debut it. I'll do it tomorrow instead
Perfect.
of because Jerry's going to be remote
Yeah.
hosting Thursday, and then so all right.
All right, perfect. All right, warm up next.
See ya.